Silent on CCTV, deafening in reality. In the city square of Chernihiv, chaos on an Eastern Orthodox holiday, the apple feast of the Saviour. That's why, in the aftermath of the missile strike, baskets of consecrated fruit lie next to the bodies, and shocked churchgoers hold the hands of those they've lost. 7 people were killed and more than 100 injured, including children.
Russia is a terrorist. The enemy is a terrorist. The enemy must be destroyed.
Once the bodies had been taken away, business owners began on the broken glass. The roof of the theatre, one of the country's oldest, collapsed after firefighters put out the flames. Ukraine's president had just arrived in Sweden when he heard the news.
It's an act of brutality which we condemn from Sweden. It only reinforces the need for us to stand with you in all your struggles.
Now more money is coming Ukraine's way, more ammunition, and they're again asking for aircraft. In the sky, neither side has the upper hand, and yesterday's announcement the US will allow Ukraine to get some of the Danish F-16 jets it's begged for won't change anything quickly.
Far too late for affecting anything this summer. I mean, right now, the earliest it looks like they could go into operation now will be early 2024. That is simply a decision has been kicked down the road too long. They haven't started the training, they haven't started the logistics as far as we can tell.
So meanwhile, more drone attacks on Moscow.
It can attack Putin's aura of invincibility in Russian society. I mean, here he can't protect Moscow. And indeed the shiny new financial district of Moscow from attacks.
The Russian president needs to appear untouchable. The ruble is plummeting. And remember Rostov-on-Don? Vladimir Putin hasn't been here since Wagner mercenary boss Yevgeny Prigozhin seized it in an uprising brief but seismic. Overnight, the president dropped in to check up on the commander of his war in Ukraine. It may have been an awkward briefing. As the UK Ministry of Defence assessed today, the frontline remains static. And despite modest gains this week, Ukrainian troops face the same challenge as the Russians. The longer the war goes on, the more well entrenched and so harder to defeat both forces become.